Back in Set 1, Team Rokuyukai was one of the best teams because of its team bonus. But does the team bonus do much in Set 2? Well, let's find out. What does it do now? Well, it does the same stuff with a few new cards. New character cards are made for the team, while they get a whole new set of cards to just put into their decks. Cards such as Display of Power, Rokuyukai Challenge, and lastly, the characters themselves of Chu, Zero, and Rinku. Is it any good? Well, yeah, the deck didn't get any worse, so it is indeed still good. You have a nice new lineup of characters, which means Roto is a little sad since he gets no new character. But that doesn't mean that Roto's the Man is no longer one of the good things. It has a higher rating for defense for each character now, which is also good, so it got an upgrade, while the team bonus from the previous version is still a little relevant, since it gives you now still 2,000 bonus in Set 2. Pros, aside from the major few cards that are added to this set for Rokuyukai, the fact that each deck gets a boost is a great pro. Cons, 2,000 defense gets less impressive as time goes on, and so a large defense would be needed on each card. A problem with it is that as each new set comes out, not every character will get a boost in card power. Poor Roto is, going to do worse than he was due to not having a power boost. If it weren't for the new items that came out, he might not even be doing all that much better anyway. Will it have an advantage against? Well, it can still have a good advantage against weaker teams. Just don't hope to win with Roto's Demand against Ichigaki. You don't, have the ability to do a wall against Toguro either, so don't think you're going to do that great there. A deck will be good against most decks except for a deck or two. Who will have a problem with? Well, still Toguro, since it has the power to slam heads into walls and make them turn into paste. As for the decks are still the same with how they run. A few card changes have been made here or there, but nothing relatively significant to name out. How does it work? Well, pretty much exactly the same like last time. For Roto's Demand, put all the stuff and healing on him. For defense, put Chu last or third, since you want to make him, get those ogre killers. As for Rinku and Zero, they can go in any spot. As for the wall or the mill, you're going to want to start off with the mill. As you're going to start off as Zero, and it would be nice to have that very, good 7,000 defense, and he mills from the opponent. So he's going to be one of those people that when you're not attacking with him, you can mill him with cards, and then when you have the chance to, you could attack with him. In conclusion, Rokuyukai still has tons of defense, and they haven't really lost any status as a powerhouse in the game. They will continue to gain power as the series continues, and even make it hard for other teams to fight against them depending on the team. However, they're not going to be those super high tier decks. They're going to be like in the middle high, just not the first turn winning decks, because they're not going to gain the power to win in a turn or win in a combat as easily as other decks will. They're going to be able to win, but it's going to take a bit, because for them it's slow and steady.